The air in Pine Hollow carried a strange stillness, the kind that made every crackle of a twig and whisper of wind feel like a secret being told. Leo adjusted the strap on his backpack, glancing at Bolt, who stood at the edge of their backyard, nose twitching, ears stiff. The events of the last few days had changed everything. Leo no longer questioned whether Bolt was just a dog. Bolt was something more, something ancient and extraordinary. And now they were connected by a mission neither fully understood. "Ready?" Leo whispered. Bolt didn't bark. He simply moved forward. The forest felt denser than usual, as though the trees leaned in to listen. They were headed east, toward a trail Leo had never taken before, one Bolt had discovered during their last outing. As they walked, Leo noticed strange symbols carved into the trees. The markings looked like runes or glyphs, some twisted and sharp, others soft and curving. Bolt stopped at one tree and sniffed deeply. He pawed at the dirt, then looked back at Leo. "What do you smell?" Leo asked. Bolt barked once, then twice. "Two things," Leo guessed. "Animals?" Bolt shook his head. "People?" A low growl. Confirmation. Leo felt his stomach tighten. People had been here, not recently, but long enough to leave a trace. As they moved on, the air grew cooler and the underbrush denser. Then they heard it, a distant cry, faint, human. Leo and Bolt froze. Another cry, this time clearer. "Help!" They took off running. Branches whipped against Leo's arms, but he didn't stop. Bolt darted ahead like a ghost, gliding through the forest. They reached a rocky ravine where the voice had come from. At the bottom lay a boy, no older than 10, his leg pinned beneath a fallen log. "Help!" he cried again, tears streaking his dirt-smeared face. Leo slid down the embankment. "Hang on! We've got you!" Bolt assessed the situation and began digging around the log. Leo joined him, shifting rocks and dirt until the log was loose enough to roll. "1, 2, 3!" Leo grunted. They pushed together. The log shifted just enough for the boy to pull his leg free. I was with my uncle. We got separated." The boy sobbed. Leo helped him up. "You're okay now. We'll get you home." Bolt barked, turning toward the trees. He had caught another scent. Leo guided the boy back up the slope, while Bolt led the way. After an hour of hiking, they reached a clearing where a man in a ranger uniform stood calling out names. "Ethan! Ethan!" The boy bolted toward him. "Uncle Ray!" They embraced tightly. Ray looked up at Leo, stunned. "How did you find him?" Leo glanced at Bolt. "We had help." The ranger crouched beside Bolt. "This dog, he's the one I saw years ago in the forest. I thought I imagined him." Bolt simply sat, tail still. Ray looked at Leo. "You've got something special here?" Leo smiled. "I know." That night, Leo and Bolt sat by the fireplace, their legs wrapped in blankets, mugs of cocoa in hand, or paw. Leo flipped through the journal he had taken from the hidden ranger station. On one page was a rough sketch of a tree split by lightning. "The one in the clearing," Leo muttered. "What if it wasn't just a tree?" He turned the page. There, written in shaky handwriting, "Beware the path with no sound. The silence marks the forgotten trail, and on it, the forest remembers." Bolt lifted his head. "What do you think?" Leo asked. "Should we follow it?" Bolt wagged his tail once, then stood and trotted to the window. Outside, the forest waited, and deep beneath its roots, something had begun to stir. The forest was unusually quiet. Even the wind seemed to hesitate as Leo stepped cautiously beyond the fallen tree where the old ranger's journal had ended. Bolt walked beside him, his movements slower, more deliberate. His ears twitched, alert, and his tail remained low but steady. There were no birdsong, no rustling of squirrels, no distant hum of crickets, only silence, the kind that makes you feel like you're being watched. Leo tightened his grip on the flashlight. They had entered the path with no sound. Earlier that morning, Leo had gone back to the underground ranger station to gather supplies. The journal had mentioned a trail that didn't appear on any map, one that was feared by even the oldest rangers. It was marked by a deep hush and twisted branches. Locals avoided it. Legends called it the Trail of Whispers, though ironically, it held no whispers at all. Bolt had sniffed the marked area and barked once, just once, then turned to lead the way. Now, as they ventured deeper, the trees grew closer together. The sunlight dimmed, filtered through thick, overlapping leaves that twisted like gnarled fingers. The soil underfoot turned soft and spongy, muffling even Leo's footsteps. It was unnerving. Leo stopped. "This is too weird. Maybe we should—" Bolt growled lowly. Leo turned. Behind them, the forest was different. The trail they had just walked was no longer there. "What the—" A faint shimmer hung in the air, like heat rising from pavement. Except it wasn't heat. It was a veil. "We're not just walking anymore," Leo whispered. "We're inside something." They came across old ruins, stone pillars half sunken into the earth, covered in moss. Strange symbols were etched deep into their surfaces. One of the carvings showed a man standing beside a great white dog. Behind them, a tree with spiraling roots. Leo pulled out the journal. "The Guardian of the Hollow," he read, "said to appear when the balance of the forest is disturbed, when darkness threatens the roots." Bolt stepped forward and placed a paw on the stone. The symbols lit up faintly. Leo stepped back. "Whoa! Did you just activate that?" Bolt didn't look away. His fur shimmered, almost glowing in the dim light. The stone pulsed once, and then a quiet wind blew through the silence, a whisper, barely audible. "Beware! The one who wakes beneath!" Suddenly, the silence shattered. A rustling, a growl. From the trees emerged a creature, canine, but wrong. Its fur was black and oily, eyes glowing yellow, a twisted version of a wolf with claws too long and a body that seemed to ripple with shadow. Bolt placed himself in front of Leo. The two creatures stared each other down. Then they charged. Bolt met the beast midair, the two tumbling into the dirt with ferocious snarls. Leo yelled, grabbing a large branch and swinging it at the creature's side. It yelped, thrown off balance. Bolt seized the chance, tackling it to the ground. The creature screeched and dissolved into smoke, vanishing into the forest like it had never been. Leo stood frozen. "What was that?" Bolt was panting hard, his eyes still locked on the trees. Leo turned back to the ruins. The glowing had stopped. "That thing. It's what the forest is warning us about, isn't it?" Bolt gave a soft growl of agreement. Later, they found a small glade where an ancient tree stood. A tree split clean down the middle by lightning, just like in the journal sketch. Beneath it, a pool of water glowed faintly. Leo crouched down. The water reflected not just his face, but memories, not his own. He saw images of the past. Rangers patrolling Pine Hollow, Bolt standing watch beside them. The fall of a tree, a broken seal. Creatures slipping through. Then a voice, not spoken aloud, but pressed into Leo's mind. "The seal weakens. The forest needs its guardian." Leo stumbled back, overwhelmed. "Bolt, this isn't just about us. It's about the forest. It's alive! It remembers! Bolt nuzzled Leo's hand. As they turned back, the path reformed behind them. The silence lifted. Birds sang again. The wind returned. Back home, Leo wrote everything down. The world didn't know it yet, but Pine Hollow had secrets buried in its soil. And the only thing standing between those secrets and the waking world was a boy and his dog.